Saturday morning edition of the DOYO Live Marketing Show. We're talking wine. What's up, everybody? Dennis Schiraldi on the DOYO Live Marketing Show with our special guest. Super pumped, super excited to have Marisa Sergi, Redhead Wines.
Yes.
We're live at L'Uva Bella, which is really awesome. So Marisa, thanks so much for letting us drop by today.
Of course.
We have some wine on the table. I've got a lovely rosé.
Yes.
And you have?
The rye blend. Cheers.
Oh, cheers. Salute. So. And I was telling Marisa off camera, I had a little bit of vino last night, so anyway, this is a nice way to ease into the day.
Absolutely. I just had my cup of coffee, and now it's 11 a.m. and I'm having a nice glass of wine, so we're really starting this Saturday off really powerful over here.
No doubt. So it's awesome to be here. I really appreciate the opportunity to finally, sit down and talk with you. I was so excited when you submitted to speak at DOYO, for DOYO Live this year. Followed you for a number of years now, and it was just very exciting to have you involved, obviously, in the conference. So thank you.
No, thank you for having me. I'm excited.
And so the first question I want to start with is this. It has nothing to do with wine. It has nothing to do with L'Uva Bella. It has everything to do with women's rugby.
Okay. Let's do it.
Tell me about women's rugby at Cornell.
Yes. So when I was a freshman, I really was trying to find my way, kind of meeting people and really integrating myself in the Cornell culture.
Right.
And my friend Elena, who shared a sink with me in my dorm room, it's complicated, it's the way it was set up.
Yeah.
And she told me that the women's rugby team at Cornell were so amazing. They were so fun and full of energy and really accepting and down to earth. And I thought to myself, I never stayed more than a couple weeks away from home in a period of time.
Yeah.
And this was my time at college to try something new and unique and put myself outside of my comfort zone.
Right.
I just went for it. And honestly, I fell in love with the team and the sport. I had such a wonderful experience, and it really was a highlight of my Cornell experience.
Yeah, that is awesome. I really respect that. I understand the rugby culture very well. It's a huge, obviously, sport, especially in New York.
Yes.
When I lived in the city, I had a lot of my friends that were on part of the New York Athletic Club, and they have a rugby team, and there are amateur rugby leagues, pretty prevalent, at least even on both coasts.
Yeah.
Right? So, how'd you make your way to Cornell University?
Yeah, so I wanted to study wine out of high school, and Cornell offered an enology and viticulture program, which is a science of winemaking and grape growing. And I was very grateful to be accepted, early decision. So I knew I was going pretty quickly there. So after getting accepted, I just kind of went for it, and I loved it, and I never switched my major. So
Ithaca's a beautiful area of the country that I think that maybe, in no disrespect to it, but gets overlooked a lot. Near the Finger Lakes. Just a very cool region in general. I mean, were you able to, does Cornell include that winemaking region as a part of the curriculum or part of the school at all, or is that kind of?
Partially. I mean, we have a lot of labs where you would go outside of the classroom for about 3.5 hours, going in the vineyards, talking to the winemakers and the vineyard managers about their new research, their experiences that season, the challenges, or some unique things they are seeing going on in the winery or the vineyard.
Right.
So it was a really unique part of my education, because not only was I learning the theories in the classroom, I was able to immerse myself in that real world experience through those labs.
Absolutely, and getting to be able to apply those things is super. Hi, how are you? Hey, Ralph, thanks for joining. He's all the way in Mexico.
Oh, hi, Ralph from Mexico. So glad you could join us.
Well, Ralph actually lives in Boardman, better known as Stay Sassy, Mr. Ralph Fajak. But he is on vacation in the Riviera Maya, enjoying some time up off his feet. So thanks for dropping by. I really appreciate it. We're with Marisa Sergi live at L'Uva Bella from Redhead Wines, and so we're just talking a little bit about some winemaking, some involvement in DOYO Live, and we're going to get into some marketing stuff in a minute. But I'm very much more interested in wine. Who isn't, right?
Of course.
So it's obviously very prevalent. It's it's on our dinner table on a pretty regular basis. It's just a part of what we do growing up. And by the way, we have a little bit of a tie with your dad.
Yes.
And my grandfather.
Oh yeah.
Do you know that story?
I know a little bit of it, but I'd love for you to refresh my memory.
So your dad, working his way through college, growing up in Lowville, took an afternoon job at Lowville High School, doing some work around there, custodial or janitorial work that what we have to do to get through school.
Absolutely.
And my grandfather was actually the janitor at Lowville High School. He became the janitor because he was a Boilermaker, and as the mill closed down, he was able to. Lowville High School had a boiler to heat the school.
Yes.
So he became a janitor, and your dad worked with my grandfather back at Lowville High School, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, he definitely told me that when I told him I was speaking at DOYO Live. He's like, "Oh, did you know that story?" I was like, "Oh, no way! It's so cool."
And what's really interesting too is that I came out and I had lunch with your dad, and he was so gracious to me, and he told me that story, and it was really cool because that's just an awesome thing to hear that tie. My grandfather was just such a special person in my life, and to hear that he was able to give back a little bit to people like that is really cool. But anyway, back to winemaking. So what inspired you to get into winemaking?
Yeah, so I'm a third generation winemaker. My grandparents immigrated here from Italy and brought over that tradition. So it's been in my blood at this point, and I really enjoy working with them growing up.
Yep.
Although I probably wasn't super helpful when I was little. I was just drinking the fresh grape juice from the press, but I have a lot of fond memories doing that, and I thought it was something I really enjoyed. Why not try to take that into my career? So getting my formal education in wine was a great stepping stone for me to be able to do so, and I'm really grateful to be able to share my passion for wine through Redhead. No
doubt, and that's exciting because I think that anytime that you could obviously make that, whatever you're passionate about, and you really pursue that, and if you could do that early on, and figure that out, I mean, it's just amazing way to go about it. So you've also spent time, though, not just Youngstown, Ohio, but you've also spent some time in the California winemaking region as well, right? Yes,
I did. About a year and a half. I interned at a large winery out there, and then was offered a full-time position.
Really?
And it was an incredible experience.
Yeah.
It's one of the highlights of my life so far. All the people.
You got a lot of highlights. Don't be bashful. Like, look, how many of you have your brand of wine? I mean, seriously, come on, that's amazing. But anyway, I mean, it's very humble of you to say that. I mean, you got to spend time, you got to work, and got an opportunity to work in a California winery.
Yes, it was great.
So, gosh, this is going back a very long time ago. When my wife and I first got married, we left New York City, and we went out to San Francisco for a trip because I was partnering in a business. And, there's been no regrets. I've lived in New York City, lived in Cleveland, lived a lot of different places, did a lot of things. But when we went out to San Francisco, it's such a beautiful city. But then we took the day trip up to wine country, and that in its own right was just mind-blowing.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about your experience in wine country. What do you tell people when they ask you, what do you think about Sonoma or Napa Valley?
Definitely. They definitely have their unique winemaking techniques, and you can really tell certain wines are from those certain parts of California. But honestly, the whole wine industry in itself is so passionate. We're like a giant family.
Right.
There's this instant connection when you say, I'm a winemaker, and there's so much conversation to have and things to learn from one another. I mean, wineries really aren't competitive. They really just want to help each other because they really care about producing fine wines that people would really enjoy. Because food and wine pair so well together. It really enhances life's experiences. And being able to be winemakers and vineyard managers and really involved in the wine industry, and being able to give people those really nice life's moments is something that really is a powerful connection between one another.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So visiting a number of the wineries, I love wine, but I'm not a connoisseur at all. So let's do this. Let's bring some value to the people that are watching this today.
Yes.
Tell me what I'm doing when I do this, and then teach me how to drink. Teach me how to taste my wine.
Okay, so there's a concept called the 5 S's. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through them.
Okay.
You see, so you put up to the lights to see how well it's filtered, the clarity. Okay. you swirl. So by swirling the wine, you are releasing the volatile smell, so you can see what scents you are perceiving in your nose. So it's swirl,
Okay.
sniff.
I got a big nose. I'm good at the sniffing.
Perfect. So we did see, swirl, sniff, then sip. You taste the wine. And if you were on the job, you would spit.
Oh, you would.
But we don't need to spit today.
No, we're not wasting this.
It's Saturday. We are enjoying ourselves on this live conference. But if you are working in the wine industry or you're out wine tasting, you might be tasting 20 wines per winery. You have to spit at some point because Uber, you could take an Uber, okay? But if you really want to enjoy your experience and really learn about the wines, you gotta spit so you could really stay coherent, for lack of terms, so you could really remember the whole day.
It really was too. Like, you know, like we went through we went to 3 or 4 different wineries. We went through tastings at different wineries. We had absolutely fantastic day. But you're right. Like, I mean, just even on the second, third tasting at one winery, it can hit you pretty quickly.
Absolutely.
And you know what? So what was really exciting about our trip too? I mean, obviously I got to spend it with my wife there and another couple, which is family as well. We were there during the crush, which is really rare for a lot of people, but that was dumb luck. Tell people about the crush.
Harvest is the most chaotic and exciting time any wine industry professional's life, because there's so much going on. You're putting in 12, 18-hour days depending on what your role is in the winery, and it's where all of that hard work of planning through spring and through veraison, where it's when the grapes are ripening, and then harvest, having that really getting processed and seeing what kind of fruit you're getting and the quality, and seeing what kind of winemaking practices you could apply. It's really the ultimate time to be involved in the wine industry, and the fact that you and your wife are able to see that going on, all that energy and excitement, and really seeing from start to finish wine getting made is such a phenomenal experience.
It was super cool. And then we actually were able to sit at the Via Satui winery before they built the big castle, and didn't really even recognize, like, you know you're in the moment, but looking back on that almost 11 years ago, we sat in the vineyard on a picnic bench with, a couple bottles of wine, some good charcuterie, and cheese, and like just, the sun's perfect. It's warm. It's that October sun. And it was just an amazing experience blending it all together.
Absolutely.
So that's awesome that you get to do that. Now let's talk a little bit about. Let's switch gears. Talk a little bit about Meritage. Did I say that right?
Meritage.
Yes. Meritage. Yes. Tell us about Meritage.
Yeah. So my sister, she is a second-year medical student. She's going to Ohio University's Cleveland Clinic campus.
Right.
And she has been volunteering with the Akron Children's Hospital for so many years now. And she found that the palliative care program, which is for children with chronic, complex, and life-threatening illnesses, was such an important place for her to donate her time and give comfort for those children and families that are experiencing such a tough time in their life. And she noticed that the Akron Children's Hospital accepts anyone regardless of their ability to pay. And my sister enjoys giving back to the community, so she developed Meritage of Miracles, which Meritage is a blend of wine from France. So we're blending the community to implement positive change here in the Mahoning Valley, and all of the proceeds from Meritage of Miracles, which is this August, on August 20th at Luva Bella Winery.
When is it?
August 20th.
Okay, August 20th.
Yes, at Luva Bella Winery. Goes to the Boardman campus of Akron Children's Hospital. She has raised over $90,000.
Whoa, that's amazing.
For Akron Children's Hospital, and I am so honored that she asked me to help her with some PR and marketing. But she is the powerhouse behind Meritage of Miracles.
Nail that date down, obviously, and awesome. Now, does that also include cleft lip, cleft palate types of, or not? Palate is not that, right?
Palliative care, it means a palette of care.
Okay.
It's so customized for the family and the child. It's really family focused, because unfortunately the children who are in the palliative care program may not survive. They're there for a long period of time, and their illnesses and the situations they're going through health-wise are very, very life-threatening. So it is a very special but very, very important part of Akron Children's Hospital.
Absolutely. We're really blessed and lucky to have Akron Children's in the Valley. And I can tell you firsthand, as a frequent flyer, unfortunately, with 3 kids, we have been in and out, and we're almost on a first name basis with some of the folks in the ER. And they're always amazing. They are always amazing with their care. You know, they're different in terms of, you know, is it pain? When they ask a kid if it's painful, they show them like a bunch of happy and sad faces, and it's very thoughtful the way that they do things. Everybody is just very caring, smiling, and they're there to help, and it is a really awesome thing. So August 20th here at Louisville, we're going to put that in the show notes. And you know what I love is the depth here. Like, you've got the winemaking, you've got you know, the entrepreneurial spirit. You were on the women's rugby team at Cornell, and you know, you've got Redhead Wines, the brand, and all those different things. But you were also featured recently on MTV.
Yes, I was.
I told you I was a big fan.
I love it. Thank you.
In a good way, right? Yeah,
I appreciate it.
I see it, and I know. But I mean, so what did you do at MTV?
Absolutely. So I was able to be part of a program called A Woman Did That and speak highly of Rihanna on MTV. The program ran between during the commercials, so it wasn't its own show per se, but it was a little special segment talking about what Rihanna is doing to use her fame in a positive way. She has a foundation where she educates children and families internationally about healthcare and education. So being able to talk so highly about a powerful woman doing amazing things with her fame was such an incredible honor, and I appreciate MTV having me be part of that.
So that's awesome, and this is you know, shameless plug for DOYO Live. I mean, this is like the kind of talent that we have at our event on August 3rd. We've got Marisa, who has been nationally recognized on MTV. We have Deanna Facillo, who's doing a Women Entrepreneurs Workshop on actually August 2nd. And then just about 70% of the speakers that at the conference this year are female. They submitted. We have a committee that basically went down and vetted all of the 60 people that submitted, and it's how it worked out. And so this is the type of depth and the talent. You know, we've got probably, including yourself, 7 other people that have spoken at the largest, most prestigious marketing conferences in the country, and all underneath one roof on August 3rd. So that's really exciting for me personally to have that going on and have someone like yourself.
Thank you so much.
So let's talk about more specifically Redhead Wines.
Sure.
How did you come up with the concept? You know, naming convention alone, I mean, from a wining perspective, tell us a little bit about the discovery and what you did to launch the brand.
Absolutely. So I really enjoy being creative. So my parents asked me to rebrand some of the Louisville labels, and I thought it would be kind of a fun joke, like, oh, I have my own redhead label because I do have red hair. It looks a little dark on camera, but in the sun it's flaming red. But it was kind of something fun that I did. I actually went to the Polling Giant Eagle and I surveyed the wine department and saw what labels appealed to me. So I took pictures, and at the end of the day I looked through my photos of like, why do they stand out and stick out to me? And I discovered very simple, very eye-catching and vibrant, but not too busy. So I decided to use 3 simple colors, red, white, and black, to make a redhead, and really use that branding to make a wine that matched the profile and personality of a redhead. Lightly sweet, lightly spicy, just like a redhead. So I definitely thought it would be a really interesting project to see where it would go. So after I created the label, I asked Cornell if I could use that as my capstone project, which is a self-initiated research project to graduate.
Right.
And they said, sure.
Really?
So I put a little more work into it. So this kind of ha-ha idea turned into a project which turned into a business. So it's a very interesting timeline of events.
That is really awesome. And so you produce Redhead wines here in the wine at Lulabella.
Yes.
Okay, so that we're gonna try to take a little bit of a walk around a little bit later, and then now you're distributing. Where are you distributing this product? I mean, I know locally you're in Giant Eagle, but
yes. Yeah, right now I am in about 150-ish stores throughout Ohio, and
whoa,
yes,
that's awesome.
It is so cool. I'm adding about 50 more stores soon, so pretty much 200.
Yeah.
I am distributed heavily in the northeastern parts of Ohio, so Youngstown, Akron, Canton, Cleveland. I just got into some of the Giant Eagles up there. I'm in discussions with a huge company. I'm actually flying there next week to pitch potentially nationally.
That's awesome.
So I have to keep that under the wraps, but
yeah.
I'll definitely keep you updated on that. But really, things are going so well, and I just know that my passion for making the wine and putting that out there has really resonated with the customers and people I've met, and I think it's really added a lot of value to their life's experiences having this delicious wine to enjoy. I absolutely, and this is the first time I'm tasting the rosé, and I absolutely love it. I think that, you know, I don't want to be the person that puts it into the category, but I think for summer too, like, this is an amazing wine. Yes.
But talk a little bit about your new venture. This is new. The rosé is new, and talk a little bit about what you decided to do there. Yeah, so I made the wine, so it's like the same label as the red blend, but as you can see, it's rose gold shiny hair instead of the red blend has the vibrant red hair. I'm using in the rosé a Malbec Merlot in an old vine Zinfandel blend. It's actually bone dry, but it doesn't have this bitter taste to it. It's just very fruit forward, but it has this pop of sassiness, I like to say, because it is 13.9% alcohol. I love it. And I am telling you right now, if you are watching this or you catch the replay of this, I would go to Giant Eagle today and pick this up, chill it out, chill it a little bit, and go sit on that back patio by the pool today. You are absolutely going to love this. Yes, thank you. Yeah, it is super good. And I can, you know, I'm a big fan of Gordy's Sandwich Shop, and I can see me sitting later today with a little rosé and a good homemade sandwich from Gordy's. Absolutely. And if you haven't noticed too, I've been joking about this, but you know, selfishly, we've got Danny Catullo, who does an awesome job with organic beef and meat, right? High quality stuff. We've got Bergen Giordani from One Hot Cookie. Yep, I love her. And we've got you with the wine. So really, like, we're speaking to my heart and my stomach here with the three of you, at least a part of this. And then yesterday we were at Salt Sensations. Yes. And that was amazing because I went home with a Himalayan salt block. Thank you so much. And I was able to, this is really cool. Actually, One Hot Cookie and Redhead are putting on an event June 27th at the Boardman location at 6 p.m. Cookie decorating in rosé. So it's like a rosé themed event. Unfortunately, I'll be in Arkansas, but my you'll have somebody there. Yes, my social media intern China. She is amazing. I know China. Yes, China Thompson. She's amazing, and she's gonna be there. So I'll be there in spirit, but it's really exciting to be able to do stuff like this in the Mahoning Valley and the Tri-County area, to partner with small business owners and put on really unique events to kind of switch up that routine you might have in the week to do something different and meet people and have really fun experiences. I'm really glad to be part of it. And that's awesome too. Like, it's, I mean, you know, the DOYO platform, the DOYO network, and I'm not suggesting the two of you met off of that, but both of you are obviously speaking at the conference, and it's really awesome to see the two of you come together in hanging out. Mikey Feliski, what's up, brother? How's Manhattan? Thanks for dropping by. And Jamie Jameson, also a DOYO Live breakout session leader. She's going to be doing a session on Instagram. Jamie's got a very humbling, what are we up to now, Jamie? 27,000 people following you on Instagram. It's really impressive. Yeah. So you breached a topic that's very close to my heart, that you're going out to pitch, a big company on your brand. Let's talk about let's talk about marketing a little bit. You're going to be doing a breakout session at DOYO Live on guerrilla marketing strategy. Let's talk a little bit about what you're going to do at the conference.
I am so excited to be speaking about guerrilla marketing because I believe it's one of the most fun aspects of being in business. Really thinking of creative, innovative, and type of concepts that are really attention-getting, because no one wants to be marketed to. No one wants to see a blatant advertisement and tell you what to do and what to buy. Just what kind of methods can you integrate in your business that'll make you stand out, be memorable, but also add value? So I'm going to be talking about what kind of pathways you can do to really put your brand out there without spending a whole lot of money. I've honestly organically funded my business. So I'm really trying to be really creative with some bootstrapping the Redhead brands currently, but being able to give those tips and tricks at DOYO Live for a lengthy 45 minutes is going to be such an amazing session.
It is, and and I can speak firsthand to it as well, because like we're at the Par Golf Outing, which is a foundation that I serve on the committee, which is going to take place at the end of August. So very exciting. That event supports the Rich Center for Autism, and we pull up to like the 13th or 14th hole, and there you are sitting there with your wine and everybody that comes through, and it's an opportunity to engage people in conversation like all day long. So you're doing that. You do pop-up stuff and things like that.
Absolutely, and really a big thing when you are a small business owner or just trying to integrate yourself in the community is really giving back. I really enjoy doing a lot of philanthropy events and donating Redhead there, because I know how important it is to have funds behind a lot of charities that are really putting a lot of effort to better the community and people's wellness overall. And I am really beyond excited to be part of the Par Golf Outing again at the Lake Club. So, I will probably be at the 14th hole again. I know my salesman, Bill, who's been amazing, has been involved with that for many years. Bill Santangelo and I will be pouring and serving some food at the Par Golf Outing, which benefits the Rich Center for Autism.
And I have an awesome picture, by the way, with myself, my wife, and 3 little kids holding bottles of Redhead wine.
Yes, I remember. Yes, I do remember that.
So that's a really cool one. I also want to talk a little bit about L'uva Bella.
Yes.
So let's talk about where we're doing. Marisa Sergi, owner, founder of Redhead Wine Brands, L'uva Bella, a DOYO Live breakout session. Let's talk a little bit about L'uva Bella as a restaurant, and it is an event place too.
Yeah. So L'uva Bella Winery also has a bistro, which is open Wednesday through Saturday. And the reason why it's only open those specific days is because we like to shut down the whole place for a few days, clean it very well, and really focus on our winemaking as well. So we are a multi-purpose business, but our main focus is, of course, our quality wines that we're putting out for all to enjoy. But our bistro is amazing. Chef Leslie and her team back there, including my grandma, they make things as homemade as possible. Our pizza dough is made every week fresh. Our meatballs are made fresh. Our sauce,
it's like every day. If you've not seen the video, it's amazing.
Yes.
Like they make the meatballs handmade every day.
Absolutely. The meatballs are homemade. We have so many things that we're trying to serve fresh, because we are what we eat. We are what we put in our bodies, and we want to be able to serve the community really high quality foods that we can feel good about serving, and also give that family style experience, because when you walk into L'uva Bella, you are a part of our family. So being able to offer a bistro that has a full-blown kitchen, we have daily specials every day that are really unique, as well as a full bar, not just wine. So
and by the way, don't just sleep on the fact that they have amazing food here, but they also have you have the opportunity to come here for rehearsal dinners. We actually, my mom's birthday a few years back was here, and you guys, like, the treatment was like so over the top amazing. Like, But I saw somebody setting up now. I'm guessing that might be for a rehearsal dinner or a shout. A baptism. Mm-hmm. So you have room here to do events as well.
Absolutely, yes. We can host private events with a private room. We call it our vineyard room. It's very beautiful, and we have a fireplace back there. So during the winter, it really adds that unique experience to the atmosphere as well. So we really try to cater to our guests and have that menu that is customizable, and we try to fit every budget. Yep. It's a great place to have an event.
Yeah, and I think what we're going to do here after we get through the conference, we talked a little bit about some sort of wrap-up dinner appreciation night, and I think we're going to try and figure out how we do that here. Absolutely. For all of our speakers and our sponsors and people like yourself. So we're gonna get that going. But we've got an Instagram contest.
Yes, we do.
I'm really excited about this, and this is the one that I'm going to win. No, I'm not allowed to win.
Well, we'll figure something out.
Yeah. So what we're going to do a little bit later today, we're going to post obviously a Redhead Wines brand or Marisa Sergi on our Instagram account. So pay attention for that. And basically, all you're going to have to do is really like that post, and it's going to qualify one lucky winner to be randomly selected
for a wine tasting certificate worth $45 here at the winery, and you can taste whatever wines you want and really have that experience. So you can not only taste the Redhead Red Blend or Redhead Rosé, but other wines that Luvabella makes as well. So you can really experience some really unique flavors and profiles and really have a great time here.
So that is awesome, and I think we've covered all the topics that we wanted to hit.
Yes,
but I think what we're going to try and do, if you want to stick around with us, is we want to take a little walking tour.
Yes,
and we're going to see how this comes out. DOYO Live is always willing to be a little experimental, and what we want to do is, because there's a third element to obviously this business here, and that is the winemaking aspect.
Yes.
I go to my father-in-law's house, and I see endless supply of 5-gallon buckets with the Luvabella logo on it.
Of course.
And he's got the old wine barrels in the basement. And so you have winemaking supplies, and you obviously have the winery in the back that you make wine. So we're going to try and put that on.
Let's do it.
Okay. So, and this also comes as a result of a broken selfie stick this morning.
Oh, no problem.
So we're going to try and just use this here, and you know what? As we do that, you can walk us through, and we can talk through the whole ordeal today. I've actually had the tour a couple different times. I'm pretty lucky.
And so right now we're going through like our storage facility, and this is actually a smoker right here. So we smoke meats weekly right here.
Let me do this. I'm gonna turn this around. Marisa, you get on camera. We could. Yeah. So. This is another thing that I'm very, very passionate about is barbecue, and I love I love it.
We smoke our prime ribs in here every Saturday. We smoke chicken wings, chicken, any type of meat that we can put in there to really give that robust, smoky, delicious, savory flavor. So
it smells amazing.
You can smell it now because we're roasting some prime ribs today because it is prime rib day at Luvabella.
Yeah, that is really awesome stuff. And so here we go back into, wow, this is a really cool display. So I'm going to get over here so hopefully you can see it all. And don't hide.
Yeah, so we have a little display of Redhead here. So if customers are coming in to buy from our wine supply wall, so if you're a home winemaker and you need some citric acid or corks, bottles, anything we have, so you can shop our wall.
All the winemaking supplies that you're going to need, it's just the amount of depth in here. You've got the cart boys, you've got, all kinds of good stuff, right?
Acid, lactic acid, yeast, four corkers, the whole 9 yards. We really have it all. And if for some reason we don't have it, we can get it to you. So there's no problem whatsoever.
And there's a really amazing, and you have olive oil now too.
Yes, we do. We've always had olive oil. We get it from California, and we bottle it. Right now we're kind of getting ready to make some deliveries, so we have boxes everywhere.
Yeah.
But here's our barrel.
Oh, I love this. This is amazing. Yeah. So, I think that the barrels in their own right, like they're just beautiful. First of all, the craftsmanship of the barrels are just super cool.
Yeah, we get these from Calvin Cooperage. They're amazing. We have French barrels and American oak. So we really try to integrate unique flavors and winemaking practices to offer really interesting and traditional wines as well to our customers. So we have them numbered so we know how long they've been in the barrel, what is in here, and really making sure that we are organized and we don't forget about something. So,
not to put you on the spot, but how many gallons is it? Do you go by the gallons of wine that you make annually?
Yes. Legally, we have to report by the gallon to the government.
Yep.
Some of these barrels are like 53 to 56 gallons, so just depending on the size or what's in it. So we definitely have a lot of wine in barrel right now. They're all full, just from the last couple years of the vintage. And what's really unique here, if we could do private label, and if a restaurant or an individual person wants a barrel, we could brand it in the wood with their logo, their name, the whole 9 yards. So we're starting that program up pretty soon.
I can see a DOYO Live private labeled wine barrel in the works soon. Yeah.
Well, let's talk.
So, all right. So this is really cool. Thank you so much, Marisa, for popping by today. But we have one more thing that we have to do, and that's rapid fire questions.
All right, let's do it.
All right, ready? Are you a morning person or a night owl?
Night owl.
Night owl. iPhone or Android?
iPhone for sure.
What's on your screensaver for your iPhone?
My cat.
What's cat's name?
Oh, Wanda. He's a boy, but when I was in 3rd grade, I thought he was a girl, and it's a long story, but yeah.
Gotcha. What's on your desk?
Probably a bunch of papers, wine barrels, and a mess.
Last good book that you would recommend anybody read? Could be anything. Summer read. Go ahead.
Cosmos by Carl Sagan.
Beautiful. You got a podcast?
I do not have a personal one, but I've had a few interviews. So.
You've done a few podcasts?
Yes.
Okay. What's the one social media platform that you could not live without?
Oh, man, that is tough when you're talking about digital marketing. I would have to say Facebook because I have a lot of friends from all over the world, and not everyone has Twitter or Instagram, so.
That's right. So, wine, red, white, or rosé?
Rosé all day, baby.
That is fantastic. So the one piece of business advice that you've been given that you've really hung on to?
Life-changing advice. The answer is always no if you don't ask. If you embrace that, you'll take the fear out of rejection and really go for it. I mean, that's something that has really helped me grow my business.
Gotcha. And you've traveled internationally, right?
Yes.
Italy or France?
I have not been to Italy or France, but I want to go to Italy because I have family there that I've never met. So.
Right on. So listen, everybody, this is Marisa Sergi. We are wrapping up from L'Uvabella Winery today. You can see Marisa Sergi live and in person at DOYO Live on August 3rd.
I cannot wait.
Last year we sold the event out. We are about 110, 120 tickets into to this year. So make sure that you grab your tickets whenever you can. We're back at Youngstown State's Williamson College of Business on August 3rd. One dynamic keynote, 15 plus breakout sessions, a ton of vendors in our vendor hub to get and come and talk with, and then a totally kick butt after party. So hope to see you there. And Marisa, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm hoping we're going to hang out for a few after this too.
For
Maybe
sure.
we'll grab some lunch.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you.